Sorry about that again. I guess I'd say I was slightly distracted this time. Not intentionally, but it is kind of what ended up happening. That is the wrong one. There we go. That's better. There that is. Give me 1 second. I gotta load this up. So this is a Catholic gaming stream. That means there'll be prayer or discussions about theology, saints, or various Catholic readings, and discussions about going on in the church. There'll also be discussions about if the games played fit theologically-wise or with church teaching we play them. This is a stream for everyone, but you have to be respectful of everyone here. If you have a question about the church, please feel free to ask. I'm a layperson over, so I need to find the answer by asking my priest, doing research, or calling Catholic Answers live. As such, it may take time. If you have a prayer request, please feel free to post it. If you're looking for the streaming channels run by Catholics, then you are in luck. But there's Interceptors My Dog Productions, The Punching, Fortitude, Beard Levins, Matt 317, Mr. Bushido, Ugly and Papa, Follow Streamer Briefly, Catholic Answers Live, That's Catholic, Yoga Archangel, The Joyful Mind. As well as, I'm going to take this out for a second. P. Tony, Savage 989, Blue Soda, True Grit Catholic, K-Martinator, Yugen, and Catholic Brit. Thank you much. God bless, and remember that God loves each and every one of you. Go and sin no more. Now, before we do go ahead and jump into the longest journey, we have the readings for today for January 8th, 2023. The Epiphany of the Lord. The first reading for today is from Isaiah chapter 60, verse 1 through 6. Rise up in splendor, Jerusalem. Your light has come. The glory of the Lord shines upon you. See, darkness covers the earth, and thick clouds cover the peoples. But upon you the Lord shines, and over you appears his glory. Nations shall walk by your light, and kings by your shining radiance. Raise your eyes and look about. They all gather and come to you. Your sons come from afar, and your daughters in the arms of their nurses. Then you shall be radiant at what you see. Your heart shall throb and overflow, for the riches of the sea shall be emptied out before you. The wealth of nations shall be brought to you. Caravans of camels shall fill you. Dromedaries from Midian and Ephah. All from Sheba shall come, bringing gold and frankincense and proclaiming the praises of the Lord. Psalm for today is Psalm 72. Lord, every nation on earth will adore you. O God, with your judgment endow the king, and with your justice the king's son. He shall govern your people with justice, and your afflicted ones with judgment. Lord, every nation on earth will adore you. Justice shall flower in his days, and profound peace, till the moon be no more. May you rule from sea to sea, and from the river to the ends of the earth. Lord, every nation on earth will adore you. The kings of Tarshish and the isles shall offer gifts. The kings of Arabia and Seba shall bring tribute. And kings shall pay him homage. All nations shall serve him. Lord, every nation on earth will adore you. For he shall rescue the poor when he cries out, and the afflicted when he has no one to help him. He shall have pity for the lowly and the poor. The lives of the poor he shall save. Lord, every nation on earth will adore you. The second reading for today is from Ephesians chapter 3, verse 2 through 3a, as well as 5 through 6. Brothers and sisters, you have heard of the stewardship of God's grace that was given to me for your benefit. Namely, that the mystery was made known to me by revelation. It was not made known to people in other generations, as it has now been revealed to his holy apostles and prophets by the Spirit, that the Gentiles are co-heirs, members of the same body, and co-partners in the promise in Christ Jesus through the gospel. Alleluia, alleluia. We saw his star at its rising and have come to do him homage. Alleluia, alleluia. The gospel for today is from Matthew chapter 2, verse 1 through 12. When Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of King Herod, behold, Magi from the east arrived in Jerusalem, saying, Where is the newborn King of the Jews? We saw his star at his rising, and have come to do him homage. When King Herod heard this, he was greatly troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. Assembling all the chief priests and the scribes of the people, he inquired of them where the Christ was to be born. They said to him, In Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it has been written through the prophet, And you, Bethlehem, land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah, since from you shall come a ruler, who is to shepherd my people Israel. Then Herod called the Magi secretly, and ascertained from them the time of the star's appearance. He sent them to Bethlehem, and said, Go and search diligently for the child. When you have found him, bring me word, that I too may go and do him homage. After their audience with the king, they set out, and behold, the star that they had seen at its rising preceded them, till it came and stopped over the place where the child was. They were overjoyed at seeing the star, and on entering the house, they saw the child with Mary his mother. They prostrated themselves and did him homage. Then they opened their treasures, and offered him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Having been warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they departed for their country by another way. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise be to you, Lord Jesus Christ. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. With that, let's go ahead and jump into the longest journey. This is my third time trying to stream it, but it's been 3 years. I meant to actually continue streaming it last time. I think I was working on my previous job before this, and it was just a little harder sometimes to stream, so I kind of accidentally put this to the back burner and never got back to it, which was entirely my fault, and definitely getting back to it because I do like this game a lot. So we're starting over because of how long it's been, but that looks a little loud. Let me check
Hello?
something.
Testing. 1, 1, 2, 42. Hello?
Mike?
Testing,
Turn
one.
it down a little bit.
Hello? Testing, one.
That should be
2,
better.
42.
Hey Tom, how are you? This is a point and click from the 90s, like late 90s. It's one of my favorite games. It has been quite a bit of time since I last played it though, but I've been wanting to replay it on stream for a while. It's kind of a little bit of a pain to get to run these days, admittedly. Hold on a second. But it is a really good game in my opinion. Let me see how loud that is. That should be fine. Okay, I think that those settings should be good. Wanted to go ahead and... How was your Sunday, by the way, Tom? Yeah, I really like point and click, so I'm trying to make every Sunday a point and click game. So we're starting off with my favorite. Then we're going to go into Monkey Island after we finish off The Longest Journey, so...
So, you've come to hear me tell a story, have you?
If you please, we
But the
would love
graphics
to
are
hear
very
one of your
98, just a
You've
heads up.
seen so much. You have lived
As
so
you can probably
long.
tell at the moment.
Oh, so good of you to remind me of my age, child. No.
The voice
don't
acting, though, is
worry.
phenomenal.
I am an old woman, but I've lived a long and fulfilling life, and I do have stories to tell. Which story would you like to hear?
A true one. A true story.
All my stories are true.
That was
child.
Unreal 5. How you doing,
There are
Yugen?
enough fairy tales in the worlds already. There's no need for me to make up more, believe me.
Tell us the story of the balance, then.
I'm sorry to hear that,
Want the
Tom.
story of the balance?
That's not any good. I'm sorry to hear that.
That's a long story, child, and not one I'd venture to tell at this hour. But perhaps I could tell you a story that I heard a long time ago. A story that became a crucial turning point in the history of the balance, and that set in motion wheels that to this day are still turning.
Please, yes, that does sound like a story we'd like to hear.
Very well. This story, like all good stories, begins where it ends, in a tower, in a realm that is no more.
I guess The Hobbit begins where it ends, as does Lord of the Rings in a sense. I was gonna say not all good stories, but also where it begins and where it ends, it's true for the Bible, because obviously God is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, so that's also true. I can understand that, Tom. I'm still sorry to hear that, though. I will definitely keep you guys in my prayers, of course. That's not easy. And that's fair, Yugen. Yeah, I hope you enjoy this. I hope everybody here enjoys this game, then, because I do really like the story behind it. There is some stuff behind it that I don't like. There's at least one LGBTQ couple that you get to see basically right away. That's, like, the most problemsome that is immediately jumping off the top of my head. And they're not a really big character. The sequels to The Longest Journey, I'm not the biggest fan of, to be quite honest. Dreamfall is fine-ish. Dreamfall Chapters, I have not enjoyed it so much that I have not finished it. I do plan to get to both of those after we go through all the Monkey Island games, just because I do not really like Dreamfall. I don't really... So, The Longest Journey, phenomenal game. It's a little more than a fantasy game, Tom. It's... The setting for The Longest Journey is actually really interesting, and you'll find out why. It will take about 2 to 3 hours before you know why it's interesting, though. And even then, it will have more to explain. I don't want to give it away for people that have not seen this before, because, as I said, it is a really interesting game. I mean that. Admittedly, if they sold the Longest Journey soundtrack on the vinyl, I would pick it up. Absolutely. We are planning to do Mario Kart at some point tonight, probably about 8 o'clock still, 9 o'clock EST. So if anybody wants to join, you're more than welcome to. It took me quite some time in order to actually get the game working. Otherwise, we would have been starting at 6.
Don't tell me I'm dreaming again.
Hopefully you can all hear the audio pretty well.
Just once? It would be nice to have a decent night's sleep without waking up screaming from a bad dream at 4 a.m.
Ah, come on. You don't want to wake up? You don't want to scream at 4 a.m.?
Real life never looked this good. Real life never looked this good. I'm in my undies. That's so not appropriate. I'm in my undies.
Okay, that's all you have to say there.
What's happening? Oh, perfect. I guess if I don't do something to save that egg, I'll suffer 7 years of bad karma or something.
Karma doesn't exist, April. What are you talking about, you silly Billy?
It looks reptilian, but it can't be. It's much too big and I don't much care for reptiles.
Nope.
It's a very big egg. It's a very big egg. It's a very big egg. Did that sound come from the egg? Boy, that's some chick. I don't think I can get a good grip on it. It's too big and slippery, and I might drop it by accident.
I think that's a very big egg too, Yogi. I just appreciate that everything's voice acted and point and click, so I do try to,
It's a nest.
listen to all of
Head
it.
with large scales. Very large scales. For some strange reason, I have a feeling I should get the hell out of here before the tenants return.
Fair. Plus, it's also interesting to see how many different lines of dialogue there is. There's also a slight problem with running the Longest Journey these days. Okay, there's many slight problems with running the Longest Journey these days. This was made back in the time when, you know, 99, so most people didn't have a bigger screen than 800 by 600. So I am actually running this in 800 by 600 at the moment, so I can actually see, because otherwise I couldn't see Jack Diddley. One of the other problems is, for some reason, it's kind of hard to capture sometimes. I was able to get it, obviously, we can see it, but I was trying to do it on my smaller monitor, because it's like, you know, smaller game, I'll run on my smaller monitor. Nope, for some reason, the game would run, but the cutscenes would not. So it's like, cool, great, thanks, awesome. Just to get it into from full screen to windowed mode, had to go ahead and change the settings manually. It's like, all right. Not even a setting, like there's literally not even a option for that in game settings. So, yeah. I guess we should save game. And then, for some reason,
I'm an artist, not
it's
a
a little
botanist,
hard.
but I'm pretty certain this tree is dead, or close to it.
I do appreciate that Star Trek reference, though. Thank you. And then trying to click on something, you have to find exactly where to click it. I don't know if that was a thing of the originally,
It's a
but
Pad
yeah.
with large scales, very large scales.
That being said, if you can get past all the slight flaws of it, this is a great game.
interesting. I've never seen a scale this size before.
And it's only had one remaster, and it was for the iOS. And it was like, oh, good, iOS.
I'll keep it as
Yeah.
a souvenir.
That makes sense. At least with Android, we could have used like an Android thing. I can't remember what it's called at the moment. To go ahead and
Something happened to this rock quite recently, and it probably altered the course of the stream. Hey, maybe that's why the tree's dying. Something happened to this rock quite recently, and fresh mountain water.
There
Back
we
in
go.
the real world, they'd probably charge $15 a bottle for this.
That speaks too true, April. Please stop. I hate it. too real, April.
I'm an artist, not a botanist, but I'm pretty certain this tree is dead. It's as dry as a bone. It'd probably snap right off in a second.
As soon as I can click it, we'll do that.
Oh,
Something happened to that rock recently.
oh, the suffering we must endure.
Listen, I'm making you suffer to save you, I promise.
Why do you take such pleasure in torturing us?
Torturing you? Who are you?
We are the voice of all trees, the spirit of wood and leaf.
You're a talking tree?
No, a tree does not.
No,
At
I
least
meant the
not
tree,
in
okay?
The tongue of trees.
But that's fair, I'm glad you're not suffering.
Wood, root, and leaf.
Who are you then?
Like we said, we are the voice of all trees. Whenever an injustice is done, we must speak for the tree if we are present.
It's
So
the
you're the
branch.
Lorax.
I shouldn't have broken the branch off.
Oh, what does it matter anyway? There is nothing more to be done for us. We are simply here to provide comfort in the final passing to Earth.
We? I only see one of you.
We are
Yeah,
one
Treebeard,
body,
kinda, yeah.
as we are
Lorax,
all
Treebeard,
one
both.
spirit, but legion.
Yeah, thanks for clearing that up.
We do not expect you to understand. You are human.
Oh, man.
What happened to the tree?
Oh, the pain. As the battle raged, we,
Battle?
between the mother and Black Chaos. She was only protecting her child, but it would not back down, and the force of their battle shook the mountain. The brook that fed us was led astray, and without water, we began to wither and die.
What's the deal with the egg?
Egg? What egg? Oh, of course, the child. Whenever the mother was absent, we were entrusted with the safety of the child. But now, withered and without strength, we can do nothing to help. We have failed the mother, and we despair. Our shame knows no bounds.
She's a human, not a
Who are you
Roman.
again?
We are the wood spirit. We come to all trees in the hour of great need to provide comfort and aid in the passing to earth, and to give a voice to those who suffer. Our time is running out as we speak. The passing to earth is about to begin. Leave us now.
What about the egg?
Oh, it is too late. Without sustenance, we do not have the strength to bring it safely home. We have failed. And
I don't know if I've seen the Robot Monster. Yeah, you said that you watched that October, if I remember correctly, with your brother. Is that correct, Tom?
Are you always this glum?
We are here because it is too late. The passing has begun. Leave us, please.
Isn't there anything I can do to help?
Oh, we do not expect a human to come to our aid.
Lose the attitude, okay? Just tell me if there's anything I can do.
It is futile. We need water, but there is none. Not after the brook changed course.
I'll find a way. Don't panic.
We do not panic. Unlike you, we accept our destiny. If, however, against
Oh, you
all
watched it, The
odds,
Terror
we
from
do
Beyond Space.
succeed,
Fair enough.
We will carry the child safely back into its nest.
B-movies are
Do
a
not
lot of
make
fun, honestly.
foolish attempt on your own. It would spell certain misery.
I think we got this, don't worry. I might have played this game before, and this is one of the easier puzzles,
It's a
admittedly.
large, slick, and somehow it's the withered limb of a dying tree. I feel so guilty. I really do. It's a dry branch. It's a dry branch. It's a dry branch. Scaly. I think I just made a funnel. Cool. I'm so proud of myself. This should do the trick.
That's some real good water. Act that fast. I have healed the Deku tree.
According to the, spirit, there was some kind of battle that split the rock and changed the course of the stream.
True. It is very high quality H2O. That's really cool, Tom. I like that a lot.
Talk about instant rehab.
I'm glad the game acknowledges it. Fair enough. I'll give it to you.
Hello? Hello?
Leave us be.
Are you okay?
We find our strength returned, and so we have no time for idle conversation. We must drink and rejoice.
Aren't we forgetting something?
Hush, listen. The song of ancient wood. Is it not sweet?
The baby.
Sweet, definitely. Yeah. The baby's probably ready to boogie down as well.
The baby.
The baby.
The egg. Thank the earth. We almost forgot.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh well. It does sound a little bit like James Earl Jones.
What?
You're right. I'm wondering
What was that?
who voiced it now.
Uh-oh.
Mama Louise.
It is you. You have come.
You know me?
April, daughter, I have been waiting for you.
Waiting. Why?
Because it
I would
begins
focus more on the
here
daughter part
with
here.
you, as it always has.
What do you mean?
The breach and the mending, the pain and the joy, the end of the old and the dawn of the new. A different world. I am
A
the
whole
mother
new
of what
world.
is, but you are the mother of a future that may yet be.
How will I know? How will I know what to do?
I will
That is a
guide
good
you,
question.
and I will protect you as much as I can. But in the end, you are on your own.
LOL.
afraid.
LMAO.
You always were, my child, my daughter.
Being afraid isn't a bad thing. Having the courage to act
This
through
is
the
probably not a good
fear
thing.
is the key here. Mumbo jumbo. It's the meatballs from that one Stephen King movie. I can't remember what it's called. Penumbra, Chapter 1.
What a nightmare. I'm completely exhausted. I must have been tossing and turning all night.
Langoliers, that's it. Thank you, Tom.
It's so hot in here, too. No wonder I keep having these weird dreams. I've basically been simmering.
I'll be
in
honest,
my
I've
own
never watched a
sweat every
single
night
Stephen
for the
King
past
thing, but
week.
I'm fairly aware
Doesn't look
of
like it's
movie
gonna cool down
references.
anytime soon either. It's another sunny
Not a
day
big
in
fan of horror.
Newport. Well, it's a
Pardon me.
good thing the studio's got proper air conditioning. I promised myself I was going to spend most of the day working, and I don't intend to break that promise. Not this time. I'm not good at taking care of living things, but this plant's doing just fine despite months of neglect. I'm not good at taking care of living things, but this nice view, if you're into brickwork.
I do actually like brickwork.
I've heard
April.
that if one stares long enough at a brick wall, one learns to decipher the infinitesimal patterns of cosmos. However, I don't think I have time for that today.
Who says you don't?
I've heard that if one stares long enough at a
Okay.
brick wall, I don't...
Interesting. I've heard that the Dark Tower books are pretty good, but I heard they bungled the movie pretty badly. Because didn't they change the main character from being white to being black, if I remember correctly? Okay, so we need that later. Can't get that at the moment. That is what we need to do.
It's a
So
seagull.
we'll need that later.
Poor guy looks quite hungry.
We'll do that later. That won't do anything at the moment, but we will need to remember this
It's a
later.
clothesline.
For those unaware, I was gonna say, the infamous puzzle. We are about to get that. How you doing, Punch? We don't have all the necessary steps for this puzzle, but for those that are aware of point and click games, this one's pretty notorious. It's typically listed as one of the absolute worst puzzles. So, Longest Journey, great game. Starts you off with a hot trash puzzle. It's like, oh, I can't blame anybody for not wanting to get through it. We need to get some bread. We don't have any bread. We'll come back later when we have bread.
It's a picture of me and my friends.
The moon logic is very strong with this. You are correct. Oh, really, Tom? Interesting. Because I was going to say, from what I've heard, that definitely made it so that it made one of the characters, you know, I don't know. I've heard that that was one of the things they did, and it's just like they've done a lot of stuff.
Because I just can't afford to buy any of my own. When I think about it,
Fair.
it's so depressing.
This is
I
a
got
bit
those
depressing.
posters from the cafe. I don't need to make my bed.
Go back to bed.
It's been too hot to sleep with a cover. It's been too hot to sleep with a cover. So I don't.
Fair. I'd like
wonder
to
why it's
click
called
on
a
the.
twin bed. There's no way it could possibly accommodate two people. Not that I've had a chance to try.
Not until marriage either, April.
I wonder why it's called...
Okay.
I'm part of the should be reading more but life's too short generation. We embrace our illiteracy. The last book I read was
I kind of-
How to Seduce the Man of Your Dreams. Now, if I can just find a man to dream about, I'll be all set.
That is pretty good, I gotta be honest.
Shelves. Still just shelves. Still just shelves. That's my desk, so, theoretically, that's where I'm supposed to do my work. I think my muse has departed me for greener pastures, though, because lately, inspiration's been fleeting at best. I worry about the exhibition coming up in 2 weeks. This is the net result of my work. A pile of nothing. And it's not even a big pile of nothing.
I can understand that concern.
That's my work. It's supposed to be a portrait of my life study teacher, but I think he might disagree.
I was gonna say, it looks like it's a head with a spinal cord, and that's about it, April. I mean, I get that there can be some abstract art, but that's a little too abstract.
I'd better head over to the
Still
studio
just
to do
shells.
some work.
You're right.
Only 2 weeks until the big show opens, and my contribution is in serious need of attention. Might be a good idea to get dressed first, though.
Nah, who needs to get dressed? It's the future. Hold on, I want to go back in. There's stuff I want in the closet. No,
Hey,
go
babe.
away for a second, Ryan.
Babe, you're looking real sexy today.
Zach, listen, I've got to run.
Oh, Zach. Okay.
And
What's going on, April? How you been?
You need to grab the monkey, Ryan. Zach, what your name is?
pretty good, and you?
Fantastic. Listen, April, how about you and me getting together sometime soon? Like, tonight. The pavilion is really cooking this week. We could pop some raptures, do a little close dancing. How about it?
Let me think about it.
So think about it, babe. But don't keep thinking too long or I'll be gone. There are other birds in the sea, you know? Gotta go.
That was a subtle way Zach was saying, LOL, no. But not being a jerk about it, I'll be honest.
What an asshole.
Yeah, okay. Like, I don't know what a rapture is, but I don't want none of it. I need the monkey.
The wardrobe is actually made of real wood, and not that synthetic crap that makes me sneeze and itch all over.
Interesting.
The wardrobe is actually made of real...
Okay. Sometimes, you know, extra dialogue. Not like, you know, anything important, but still like...
It's a bunch of
Okay,
drawings I drew
so-
when I was a kid. I don't even know why I brought them here. They mean absolutely nothing to me. Bunch of useless old drawings. Bunch of useless old drawings. All right, so my wardrobe's sort of chic deficient, but I can't afford to be cutting edge. Useful, practical, and cheap is my shopping mantra. When
I mean,
fame and
I don't
wealth
blame
come
you for that.
knocking, I'll buy a wardrobe the size of an ocean liner and fill it with clothes for $1 million. Right now, I'll try to focus on my work.
I don't know how much clothes... Hey, Tom, stop guessing critical plot points, but absolutely, yes, that is 100% true. it ties in pretty well, but you
When
are
fame and
correct,
wealth come
yes.
knocking, I'll buy a wardrobe the size of an... I could only carry one suitcase with me when I left home. There was so much I would have loved to bring, but c'est la vie. At least it was a clean break with my past. I guess when all my hard work starts paying off, I'll get a house and fill it with all kinds of new junk. The past, who needs it? My suitcase. An empty cardboard box. That's so not interesting.
It's not
An
empty, there's a
cardboard
monkey.
box. That's... It's Constable
grab the monkey.
Guybrush, my toy Oh, ape. He doesn't much like being called monkey.
Yeah, but it's fun to say monkey.
In addition to being an ape, Constable Guybrush plays drums in the Toyburg Police Corps marching band. Go figure. In addition to...
Okay. Me want monkey. There we go. Monkey is important for later, for two things, actually.
I think one of
Give me
his
that
eyes
eye.
is falling out.
Yes, it is, and we do, in fact, need it for later.
The eye came loose. Poor Constable Guybrush.
Also, I do love that, Monkey Island reference right there. I mean, you're not wrong, Punch. It's like, yeah, she does have all these hallucinations, and we find out later. Monkey is very cursed. You are correct.
Big eye on a spring. Sorry, Guybrush, but I need to borrow your eye for a while.
I don't know if he's better now without the eye or worse. That's
Constable Guybrush is a strange hybrid between man
something I'm trying to figure
ape,
out, honestly.
and musician. In addition to being an officer of the law, of course. It's Constable Guybrush. It's Constable Guybrush.
Okay, one last
It's a
thing,
wind-up
just because I
mechanism.
do love this.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Hands up! Spread your legs! And do the monkey!
Mildly amusing, but
Dance!
irritating as hell. I think I'll shut him up now.
We do need to use all parts of Constable Guybrush, but not until later, so... We currently have what we
Monkey
need for
see,
this.
Monkey do. Well, not without this
Call
wall.
priest. I love Constable Guybrush. I really do. Yeah, for those that are interested, we're going to be doing Mario Kart here in an hour, so...
I feel
We're right around
like
there.
Someone's staring at me.
Do, 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 do. Ooh, plant. Actually, I think we do need to grab something from the plant now that I remember.
Organic plastic. It grows, and it converts carbon dioxide into oxygen, just like real plants, but it doesn't need nourishment of any kind. Convenient, but disturbing.
Fair. I can't remember what we need that for later, but I am pretty sure we do, in fact, need that later. Yeah, please, quick. No. As I said, it is kind of hard to find just where to click sometimes. Look at this photograph. Whatever. I'll do that later.
That's Zach's room. I've never been in there, and I pray I never will.
I probably should grab a recording of that for the soundboard. You're correct, Bunch. I don't know, I haven't done that yet. I'll have to do that later. It's a good point.
Computer.
Voice interface is not installed. Please use the touchscreen interface to communicate with this free access terminal.
Oh, okay.
Why not consider a very reasonable upgrade? In addition to a voice interface, true holo display technology and Instacredit compatibility.
No, I'll just use my hands, thanks.
You are missing out on a great opportunity. If you upgrade now...
Hold on. You understood that. You have a voice interface installed already. Why would I pay to have another one installed?
Current voice interface is for sales purposes only. If you take advantage of this very affordable upgrade today...
No,
Heck
really.
no, you're selling me what I already own.
This terminal doesn't belong to me.
Noted. Please refrain from voice communication in the future, or you will be reported to the FACT FUB and charged for processing time.
FUB?
Fair Use Bureau. They are authorized to carry deadly arms.
Sounds
Well,
like the future.
Whatever. Sorry. It's a fact, as in FACT. Free access
These
terminal.
are a few. I mean, yeah, it's kind of scary. That absolutely could be our future.
Charlie's apartment.
I don't want
This
it.
place is twice as big as mine, with a private bathroom and a huge bed. I guess he likes his creature comforts.
Who doesn't, to be fair? I see that there's another bed down there. That's all right. Or room, I should say, not bed. Least favorite character. Pew 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 pew. She's not awful, but I just don't enjoy her. Well, got the toy monkey that time. Don't need the monkey at the moment, though.
It's a picture of Charlie, Emma, and me in Florence Park. Marcus took it about a month ago before it got real hot.
Man.
My cash card at the moment is really quite useless. There can't be more than $1 or $2 left in it.
I really do wish that they would release this game, admittedly. Like, it still functions, but it's definitely a little... I mean, you're not wrong, Punch. That is true. In a sense, that's kind of why RoboCop is nice. It's still a surveillance state dystopian, but it's also a dumpster, so it's both. Hooray? Question
It's
mark?
a leaf of organic plastic. It grows. It converts carbon dioxide into oxygen, but it doesn't need water or sun. No nourishment of any kind, actually. Convenient, but disturbing.
Yeah, sounds about right. Okay. If I remember correctly...
I'm sorry, but big sweaty jocks do not turn me on. I'll take a nerd any day.
And now we found out why so many people like this game. Because April Ryan wasn't a nerd. No, there's a lot more than that. It's just funny to me,
Annual
that's
summer
all.
blowout at the Fringe Cafe, Friday, August 4th, 8 p.m. Free food, live performances by Roy Dale, Harlequin Masquerade, The Go-Getters. Tickets available at the bar, $10 only. Spread the word. Pizza and movie night, Monday, July 31st. BYOS. BYO what? Soap?
Soda is my guess.
Be considerate. Keep the volume down after 11 p.m. Fiona. Look, it's Monkey Boy! Look,
Hey, Monkey Boy.
pizza and movie night, common
Okay.
room, duty roster, July 27th. April and Emma. Oh, joy, manual labor, my favorite. San Francisco. I'd love to go there someday. Someday soon, hopefully.
Yeah, I think I need
It's
this
a
later,
pushpin.
if memory serves. And
Found.
what does this
a
say
gold
again?
ring under the common room sofa. If it's yours, let me know. But no false claims, please. Fiona.
Oh yeah,
I did
think
lose
that's how
a
we
gold
get
ring a
the.
few weeks ago. I hope
yeah.
this is the one. I'll have to ask Fiona about it.
I forgot we needed that, honestly. I think we do need the matchbook as well,
Emma picked
actually.
this table up at a flea market for $10
Nope.
last month. That's $9 more than it's worth. It's supposed to
That's
be a
not
coffee
too
table.
bad. It is, but I want the matchbook. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, alright guys, get ready to hear a bunch about the coffee table multiple times, but we actually got it. That was nice.
Shelves. 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 Shelves.
TV.
The omnipresent screen. I don't pretend to know how it works, but all the data apparently passes through tiny little black holes in the fabric of our dimension. You know? That
That'd be
really
terrifying.
freaks me out when I think
Yeah,
about it.
no, I'm actually right there with you, April. Do not want. What's the forbidden question, Punch? Do I have a forbidden question? What's the forbidden question? I can't remember the forbidden question. I am hoping all the way this time, Punch. So I'm really trying to make Sundays a point and click before we do multiplayer stuff. So I'm really hoping to get 2 hours of point and clicks every week. So I'm hoping that it gets all the way through, because I'd really like to get through this game, because I like this game. But my track record does happen to indicate otherwise. You are correct.
They really knew how to design tacky furniture
Unfortunately.
back in the late 22nd century.
That is a noise. But I am hoping
Morning,
to at least get
Fiona.
further, since I know that at the moment
darling.
we only got up to the first
I
big
can't
plot
sleep.
twist, and we never
you
really got
feeling
further than that. I don't
alright?
want to
You look
ruin
a
it
little
for later
pale.
for people that have not seen the first big plot twist.
I had a bad nightmare.
Again? Well, you're not the only one, darling. Mickey woke me up screaming in the middle of the night. She wouldn't go back to sleep until I made her a cup of herbal tea.
Nightmares?
I am planning to do that this time, Punch, because I'd really like to make
tell me
it
what they
farther,
were.
because it's like, I
I
do really
think
like this
she's
game.
embarrassed.
I think the
That
reason
doesn't
why I
sound like
haven't gotten
Mickey.
further previously
darling.
is because
Don't
it was
tell
my
her I
old
said
job
so.
where I used to,
I've never seen her so agitated
uh,
in my life.
you know,
Just
travel a
scared
lot.
the hell out of me.
Sounds good, Tom. You have a good night, and
Well,
God
I
bless.
have
Thanks for
nightmares.
stopping by.
I guess they could be stress-related. After all, the
But I
exhibition's
am
right around the
honestly
corner.
really hoping to get through this game this time, because I do really like this game.
The school exhibition. How's that going?
God, don't ask. I have no idea how I'm going to finish my painting on time. I haven't felt inspired in ages.
I think you work too hard, darling. You need to relax once in a while. Live. Enjoy your youth. There's inspiration to be found in hedonism, you know.
No, I
No.
don't know, but apparently you do.
I'm an authority on the subject, darling. Ask Mickey. She'll tell you I don't lift a finger around the place unless I absolutely have to.
Actually, I think I'm thinking of something else aside from hedonism.
Can I ask you a few questions?
I just want to ask about the
Certainly,
ring,
darling.
and I'll
About
go.
what?
I don't have any more questions right now.
Don't hesitate asking if there's something else
That's
you
true,
want to
Yugen.
know.
Admittedly, Hedonism Bot is probably one of the funnier side characters for Futurama, I have to be honest.
Where's everybody this morning?
Mickey's
Well, it's not
tied
something
up
to
in the
aspire to
basement.
be. He do be
Mind you,
funny.
she's not literally tied up, of course. Although that is a tempting thought.
Are you getting into your sexual fantasies here, Fiona? Because it's a little too
No.
early in the morning for that, don't you think?
Absolutely
Sorry,
is.
I just can't help myself.
Anytime. No.
Anyway,
Don't need to hear
the
it. Anytime
plan
is too
is-
early.
You probably noticed when you took a shower, yeah? There's no hot water. So Mickey's working on that. Getting knee-deep in putrid canal water is her job, thank God.
What about Charlie? He up yet?
No, he's still sleeping, and Emma just went to bed. I saw her come in when I was making breakfast. Do you know who she's seeing now?
I don't know. Some guy?
Those lads I see her with, darling. She's too good for those arseholes. I wish she'd find herself a man who'd treat her right for once.
She hasn't had much luck with love, no?
She's a magnet for creeps, and she's so pretty. They prey on her, you know, bastards.
I've tried to talk to her about it, but Emma's impulsive. She doesn't listen.
She's just as headstrong as you and me, darling, but I'm sure she'll be all right. She's smart and resourceful, and not afraid to speak up for herself.
That being said, as much as I do enjoy The Longest Journey, I would basically consider the sequels fan fiction at this point. They're not nearly as good. Dreamfall, the first sequel, is okay, and then Dreamfall Chapters, it just kind of falls apart, in my opinion. Some people really enjoy it, and I am still planning to play them at some point, but my plan as the moment is to beat all of The Longest Journey, move on to all the Monkey Island games, and then we'll visit Dreamfall and Dreamfall Chapters. As long as I actually make it through The Longest Journey, and that's why I'm including Dreamfall and Dreamfall Chapters, so as to push me through the game, because it's like, I love this game, but all the problems getting it to work, because it took me about 20 minutes to remember how to get it to work. Yeah, I mean, as I said, Punch, don't take my word for it. There's just, it feels like the soul isn't there, unfortunately, and it's not really a point and click anymore. It's more of an action game, and it's like, that's an odd choice. And the fact that it doesn't focus on April anymore, and there's other things that they do in Dreamfall that I don't want to spoil it, and it's just like, sometimes changing the character can work, but I never really liked, if I remember correctly, they changed it to Zoe. Never really liked her. She's not bad, she's just not good either, and it's, we'll get to that when we get to that, because it's like quite a bit of ways away. As I said, Dreamfall 1, that's fine. Dreamfall Chapters, as I said, it
Shouldn't you be outside enjoying the good weather?
You joking? Bollocks to that. I'll stay inside until September, thank you very much. It's too bloody hot.
Can I ask you a few more questions?
I don't mind, darling. Ask.
Oh, I remember. Okay, hold on. I don't care about any of this. I guess I'll ask
What's
about
up
Zach.
with Zach Lee?
Zach?
And our
I
friends, real
think we
quickly.
both feel the same way about him, darling. He's not actually a bastard. If he was, I'd have had him out of here in an instant. But he is an arse, and a stuck-up, pompous, arrogant wanker.
Wake her
My
up
thoughts
when
exactly.
September
Aside from that, but wait a
ends. I mean, you're not
Still,
entirely
he
wrong.
places
I
on
don't like
time, and he doesn't make a
exercising
lot
during
of
the hotter
noise.
months
He
either,
keeps
but
to
I
himself.
obviously have to.
And
So
most importantly, he's shit scared of me, so I can't just kick him out.
why is he scared
Tell
of
me
you?
about Emma.
Emma? Why, she's your best friend, darling. I don't know what to tell you that you don't already know. You girls are so close.
That's true. The day we met, we clicked instantly. It was strange, but cool.
Like me and Mickey, then? Except for the sex, of course.
That's a pretty big except for Fiona.
Oh, I guess so. She's the crazy one, Emma is. Not crazy as in mad as a hatter, but crazy in a good way. Fun to be around.
Emma's always been a little weird.
Exactly, darling. She's a flirt, too, and the boys seem to drop like flies at her feet. No wonder. She's a real looker, I don't have to tell you. I'm sure she could have been a model if she'd wanted, but she's an artist.
I'm
and
a
good one,
model,
too.
if you know what I
really
mean.
think she'll be
Something
a
about the
successful
catwalk.
artist.
On the
Her sculptures are
catwalk,
getting
yeah.
a lot of attention.
Well, let's see.
Thanks for your help, Fiona.
You're
That's basically
welcome,
all I need
darling.
from you, honestly. There's one more thing I need from you,
I'd better get going.
but I
Off to school.
forgot I need to actually show you the sticky note.
Yeah, there are no more classes this semester, but I have to finish my painting by next Thursday.
For what it's worth, darling, good luck. And don't work too hard, all right?
Oh, right, gotta stand up. That is entirely fair, you again. Pink note, please. Sounds good. Thank you for the lurk, you again. Please. Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay.
I saw this note on the corkboard. I think the ring might belong to me.
I'm sorry I have to ask, but could you describe the ring?
Sure thing. It says Sweet 16. My dad gave it to me. I think it was the only birthday of mine he remembered, or at least acknowledged.
Yes, that's the one. I found it under the sofa when I was vacuuming. Here you are, darling.
Thank you. I need that for a
Thanks.
puzzle.
It's not worth much, but it's got a certain sentimental value for me.
That
It's
we're
a
now
very
immediately going to
pretty
use
ring.
to solve a puzzle.
Yeah, it is. My dad never gave me anything pretty before or since. He must have won a poker game or something that day. You know what's strange? I don't hate him. He's a bastard and he treated me like crap almost every single day of my life. But I don't hate him. I feel sorry for him.
Why?
Because he doesn't know how to love. He can't love anybody or anything. And because he'll be miserable every second of every minute of every day until the day he dies. God, I'm glad that life is behind me. I hope I never have to see him again. No, that doesn't sound right. I've made a choice not to see him again. Ever.
Honestly, knowing what I know later, that makes me a little bit sad, if I'm remembering correctly. As I said, it's been quite a while, so I might be misremembering that. Don't get me wrong. We'll find out when we get there. I know I gotta talk
What?
to you, but
I got
there's a
something on my
puzzle over
face?
here, dude.
Is my hair okay?
Right,
Oh.
right here, if I remember correctly.
It seems the clamp served a purpose after all. What a surprise.
That's right.
It won't budge. The pressure's probably too high. What a mystifying contraption, and completely absurd. What are all these valves and wheels and thingamajigs for? What grand... Nada. Nothing. Mystifying. I'd guess that's a
I
pressure
remember.
gauge. It's at 100. That's percent, I guess. 100% pressure?
I might be misremembering slightly what we have to do here. Looks like it. I know when you use the ring, might need to talk about
The water tank's full.
this with what's her face, so we'll do that real quickly. So I can remember the basic beats, but just because I can remember the basic beats doesn't mean I remember everything. Pardon me.
Hi.
Hello, darling.
Can I ask you a few more?
I don't mind.
What's the story behind my apartment?
Your apartment? It's more a room than anything else. Not much more than a large closet, really.
It's not that small.
It's one of our smallest rooms, but it's cheap and it's on a nice floor. I hope you're happy there.
I like it. It's convenient. And it's got an interesting view.
That's nice to hear, darling. As for the story behind it, no unexplained deaths or hidden pirate treasures, I'm afraid. Just a long string of students on a tight budget.
Where did you find my ring?
Under the sofa, darling. It must have slipped off your finger while you were watching a movie or something.
That's strange, because I've been keeping it in a box in my room. I rarely ever wear it, and I've never carried it around in my pocket.
I wonder if Zach went to her room, which would be not a good thing, obviously.
Can you tell me something about the border house?
That's one of my favorite topics, darling. What precisely do you want to know?
Of the water.
What made you decide to run a boarding house?
That's a long story. One of the reasons Mickey and I got together was that we shared a passion for the classic English country inns. You know, quaint, weathered buildings, funny old ladies, and oddly suggestive names like the Lazy Cock.
So why come here to the big city? To America?
We wanted to create a place with a similar atmosphere and hospitality here in Newport. Like a safe house for people like you and I to call home, if only for a short while. So we discussed different options for a few months, and then we decided we wanted to start a boarding house for young, penniless students and artists.
You decided you wanted to do that here in Venice?
We knew that Venice was the place for us long before we came here, but the hard part was finding a building cheap enough.
And this building was available?
Not at first. Like most of the buildings in Venice, this one used to be a factory, but when we first looked at it, a local company was planning to turn it into a bar and nightclub. It was so perfect for our purposes, though, that we appealed to the Venice Borough Council, and after outlining our plans, they gave us the go-ahead at a reduced price, provided we kept our promises regarding our tenants.
Thanks for the information.
I'm glad I could help you.
Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
I don't know.
See you
I'm
later.
gonna go see if I can figure out the water thing again, because it's like, it feels like I shouldn't have to talk to her for that. And maybe I don't. It's not like the first time I've accidentally missed something. Won't be the last either, I'm sure.
Mystifying.
Oh, right there. I'm blind as a bat. Okay.
Too.
Come on. There we go.
I hope it doesn't melt or anything. It's alive! It won't budge. The pressure's probably too high.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember exactly how to change that, admittedly.
It's at 100. That's percent I get. Nada. Nothing.
Okay, that's right.
It won't budge. The pressure's probably too high.
Probably. Hmm. What if... That is true, Punch. It's like, I don't know how she did it, but she lived. Good for her. I couldn't do that. I would be dead. Yeah, okay. Alright.
It won't budge. The pressure's probably too high.
There we go. Because we need that for later. The rest of the game is brain damage. I mean, I could see it.
I'm not leaving my gold ring. Somebody's going to have to replace that cable eventually.
Fair enough, April. I cannot disagree with that sentiment.
Oye, señorita.
Yes?
How are you this morning, señorita bonita?
I'm doing pretty cool.
I'm fine. And you?
Sunshine and pretty señoritas give an old man like me the blues. I like my days cold and rainy.
To be fair, I actually agree. I like my days cold and rainy
I prefer
too.
the world to be in black and white.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but I do like black and white. Yeah.
Like all good movies. But tell me, señorita.
Not entirely wrong.
How would you describe your perfect day?
Man, like an old movie means like a really old movie in these days. Dang. Like hundreds of years old.
Cold and rainy like yours.
Está bien. We are alike, you and I. But this heat is not why you are unhappy, no? You are troubled by nightmares.
What?
You are afraid of them.
Maybe don't just...
You even fear your dreams.
Maybe don't just come out and
real.
say that.
Who told you about my nightmares?
No one. I can tell from looking into your eyes. I see the ghosts that haunt you.
I don't know who you've been talking to, but from now on, stay the hell away from me in my personal life.
No puedo, señorita Ryan. You have a destiny.
Destiny? I don't care what you think. Just leave me alone.
If you don't face them, I'm afraid your nightmares will continue. Soon they will appear to you even when you're awake.
You need some serious help, you know that?
We all do, April.
Don't we all, though?
That's the reason we are here, you
Fair
and me.
enough.
That's it. I don't have to listen to this.
Perdóname. I've upset you. We didn't think you'd react this way. I hope we can talk again soon.
I don't think so, no.
Please, think about it. And señorita, cuidado. Be careful.
I love this mural. Even though the motif is a little trite. I mean, fairy tale forests and magical dragons? Still, it's pretty. I wonder what happened to the artist. Probably making a bundle from cheesy fantasy calendars and book covers.
Maybe.
From what I've been told, the clock stopped on the very day of the infamous Venice massacre in 2109, to the minute the police opened fire on the squatters. From what I've been told, the...
Okay.
Just a wooden bench.
I do wish there was an alternative run button aside from double-clicking places. Like, it's not the biggest inconvenience in the world, but it's still like, a slight inconvenience. Honestly, with everything that does happen in this game, I'm kind of not entirely opposed to the she died and has brain damage
Death Star?
theory.
If I turn that wheel, would the drain pipes of the universe open up and swallow all solid matter? It could happen. If I turn that wheel... Let's blow this thing and go home. Look at the size of that thing. Use the Force, Luke. Can you say Death Star? Rusty pipes. They're hundreds of years old, installed way back when Venice was an industrial area. See? I know some local history.
You do.
The Fringe Cafe, my home away from home. I really don't mind working there. It's a nice place. I mean, it ranks nice on a scale from begging for food at the bottom to just scraping by at the top. I do not intend to make a career of it. The Fringe Cafe. The Fringe Cafe.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody pass through that door. Isn't that peculiar? And if I was Nancy Drew, I might actually care. It's the mystery door. It's the mystery door.
About this door.
Closed for maintenance. Will reopen at 3 p.m. What's going on? The place was fine last night. The sign said it's closed for maintenance.
It did. We needed to go and do that, thingy. What's that thingy? You know, the thingy. Our painting first. That's what I'm thinking of. We are using a slightly different build of Longest Journey this time, because I'm actually using my physical disc this time. Ancient game for us ancient people, that's true. How you doing, Dark? Set in the future.
This guy's out here all day long, all year. He never stops painting. Ever. And I doubt he's ever finished even one painting.
Music got loud.
I can't even begin to guess what that's supposed to be.
Very loud.
Cubist. And not my style at all. Nothing adds more to the tranquility of a city park than a huge rusty iron bridge.
I actually do kind of like the rusty old iron bridge, but it's not the best place for a park, I'll be honest. Hey, Interceptor, how are you? Leh.
It's the official Vava notice board. Only registered students are allowed to put notices up here.
I don't know why I keep getting that. Set in the future, the distant far future of 2002. Well, it has to be at least farther than that punch because they said 2109. So I don't remember what year the Longest Journey is supposed to take place in. Now that I think about
That's
it.
Mary Sam, Vava's founding mother and pro-Venice activist back before the riots.
Did I say 2009? I meant
She was assassinated
2109.
by a corporate hired gun right after the school opened some 90 years ago. The Venice Academy of the Visual Arts. World-renowned, prestigious, expensive, and my future alma mater, if all goes well with the exhibition and I get my grant, that is.
Yeah, I'm noticing that on occasion. I'm not sure what that is. If it doesn't go away, I'll swap back to the Steam version. But I'm hoping it does just go away
No,
because
I've
I'm
got
not
too
liking
much to
it.
do right now.
Unsurprisingly.
No, I've got too much to do right. Bishop and Anne Marie. He's a photography student. She's in my life study class. Nice couple.
Or maybe I'm not. Maybe anything. I'm just going crazy. That's true. I mean, I think technically I still have the the Steam save, if I remember correctly, Punch. So I could just go catch up, or I could, you know, just catch up to where we are, because I don't want to keep going through the same 3 hours over and over again. It's like, no, let's make some progress one of these days.
Perfectly good work glove with just one big hole in it. What a terrible,
I don't know.
terrible waste. Nice. Very Van Goghish, with just a hint of Munch. Don't want to disturb him.
Fair.
Art books. There's a really nice one here on Turner.
But that's why I am really wanting to actually progress. And who knows, maybe it's just certain areas and
Emma's
it'll
really
be better
good
as we
with the
go along.
sculptor, and her imagination is so vivid. Good thing we're best friends, or I might be jealous.
I haven't heard it for a little bit
Some
now.
books on color, composition, and duck hunting?
Is it that the dog laughs at you every
Those
time?
sketchbooks belong to some of the other students who share the space. Those are some of my most recent sketches. Unfortunately, they serve only as a barren testament to my lack of inspiration.
There we go. No. Was that plastic from here for her midriff? I guess what I'm trying to say. I don't know if I noticed that before. If that was just a glitch and it was not actually plastic.
Hiya.
Emma? Hi! I didn't expect to see you here today.
Me neither. Are you busy?
Nah. Well, I am. But I was about to wrap up for today anyway. Why? What's going on?
I have an important message for you.
Yeah? From whom?
Believe it or not, girlfriend, but it's from Cortez.
Excuse
Oh yeah,
me?
Cortez.
He said to tell you that he wants to meet you, these are his exact words, where children visualize their dreams.
Visualize dreams? What's that supposed to mean?
Me? I was hoping you would know.
Did he talk to you about nightmares?
No. Why?
I don't know. It's
No
just...
reason.
my dreams are really starting to bother me.
There you go again with dreams. You're obsessing, April. They're just dreams. Sometimes a banana is just a banana.
B-A-N-A-N-A-Anna. These dreams are bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-Annas.
And a dragon is just a dragon.
What's dragons got to do with it? Oh, don't tell me you had a dream about dragons.
I mean, that's true, we did.
Dragon. A
Just
talking
dreams.
dragon.
I'm gonna regret this, but what happened in your dream?
Well, there was a dragon.
I mean, obviously you can't trust all dreams, but some dreams do really have significance to them.
Not just any dragon.
Let's say we
though.
kind of got that in the
A talking
Bible from the
dragon.
prophets. Once again, don't trust all dreams,
We've been through
because
that. Talking dragon covered.
some
What
dreams are
did it
just
say?
dreams, and it's hard to determine between the
She.
two.
It was a she, a female
Space. Children
What,
do
you can
realize
tell
their
from
dreams in
the
outer
skirt,
space.
high heels, and
Better,
lipstick?
better schedule that shuttle
dragon.
launch.
Don't mock me, Emma. She said something to
True.
me, something about being the mother of the future.
She probably said time to get up
Elon
and go to
Musk's
school,
space shuttles took off then.
You don't want to take
literally.
my dreams seriously, I'll just stop telling you about them.
April. Is that a promise?
Like you're in any position to make fun of my dreams? Have you looked at your sculptures lately?
Oh, that's low. I'd punch you out if I wasn't so hungry. You want to go get some lunch at the Fringe?
I'm hungry.
I'll drop by after I clean up around here.
I'll be there for a while.
I'll get something
so
when we
bye.
cart. Just disappears all of a sudden. Doesn't even finish walking down all the stairs.
Who's there? Okay. That was not a dream, I think.
I think that just supports Punch's idea of hallucinations. Not gonna lie to you. Let's see. Oh, okay. That student's gone.
Nice hair color.
Girl.
Nice hair color.
I also think that
This
hair
guy's
color
out
is a little
here
weird.
all day long, all
Okay.
year. He never stops painting.
No, choo-choo this time, which is nice, because the choo-choo was kind of murdering my ears. It's a train, Brain. You're talking about a train there.
Man, those guys are in trouble. Don't they know that skateboarding is strictly prohibited in Newport?
But he probably shouldn't be aiming his gun at them, just saying. Just because it's prohibited is not shoot somebody in the
those guys are in
head.
trouble.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me, dirtbag. Well, you know, RoboCop would have some good lines for the soundboard too. So we got two things I should get for the soundboard. We should get Constable Guybrush and RoboCop. Oh, there's that clicking
It
again.
amazes me why backpackers flock to Newport. You'd think they'd have the good sense to stick to India, Australia, and the near-Earth colonies.
So my guess is it is just certain areas that the clicking does happen, which is
I think
annoying,
they should
but
have the good sense
acceptable.
to do that kind of stuff behind closed doors. At least as long as I don't have a boyfriend. Where it goes, nobody knows. Where it goes,
Okay. Hopefully once we get inside these doors, the clicking goes away again. Oh, right. There we go. Give me some candy.
I'm sure Stan won't
I want
notice if I dig
candy.
gently into his supply. He's got crates of these in the back. I have more than enough.
Get more. Bread, please. Need that bread. I'd buy that for $1. Yes, that'd be a very good one to throw in there.
Fresh bread. Fresh bread. Fresh bread.
Emma. There we go. Over here, may as well talk to her real quick before we go ahead and actually continue on the plot.
When did Roindale release Sidetracked?
04, right after the Morning Star exile, those sons of bitches.
With blood on their boots. Yeah. Told you so, Marcus.
You said 03.
I was closer than you. 07, and you call yourself a fan.
I don't.
Did you speak with Zach today?
You also look like you're missing half your.
What?
You also look like you're missing half your brain
He's
there,
upset.
Marcus.
Called you a stuck-up bitch.
He what? You gotta be kidding me. I wasn't even that rude to him.
You
I'd say
think
we weren't
so?
rude to him at all.
So that even if you came crawling to his door, he wouldn't give you the time of day. Said you called him
Except
an
for that
asshole.
part.
Oh, God. I really don't know when to shut my mouth, do I?
Who cares? It's Zach. He hates you, so what? No great loss.
That's true.
So what else is going on? What are you doing this afternoon?
Actually, I came by to see if I could find Cortez.
What's with you and this guy? You'd rather spend time with him than us?
I have to find out what the message means.
Don't look at me. I don't know anything except what I already told you. Ask Charlie. He spoke with Cortez earlier.
What are you doing?
Staying here. What else? I'm meeting a friend later, but that's not until 9. We're waiting for Isabel and then we're gonna eat. But I guess you're not hungry.
No.
Figures. I don't know why I even bother asking.
Who's this friend you're meeting later? Don't tell me it's that guy you were out with last night.
Are you gonna tell me I shouldn't get involved with men like him?
No, of course not. I'm not your... You don't need me to tell you that, Emma.
Well, I
Yeah,
wish
that's
you
true. It
would,
does sound like
'cause
she
you're
already
right.
knows that.
I shouldn't. He's a bastard. But he's so cute and
Then
charming and
Don't do
you know,
it.
very good
And
at
I don't need to hear
I
that
just
part.
can't help myself.
No, thank you.
But he's not a keeper. Don't worry about that. It's just this thing, just a fling.
That's not good, Emma.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Emma?
Like I don't tell you everything that's going on anyway. Of course you can ask me questions. Like, duh.
I just want to see if you have anything important.
Did you finish your sculpture for the exhibit?
Talk about that.
Pretty much. I'm happy with it, and I know that if I go back and keep working on it, I'll just kill it. I think I'll leave it alone. You?
You know what? Don't ask. I'm praying it'll finish itself one of these days.
Sure. Could happen. It could so happen. But I wouldn't count on it.
I'll have it ready
Fair.
in time.
Yes, you will, or I'll kick your ass so hard that you'll...
Okay,
Admittedly, I did find it interesting.
Thanks for the inspiration.
I've been watching some older 90s movies. I saw one with Bill Murray today called Quick Change.
Thanks, Emma.
So we were talking about RoboCop earlier.
For what? For talking
And it
to
had,
you?
I can't remember his name at the moment, but the person that plays Red Foreman in that 70s show,
Snap out of it.
it's interesting to see him outside of what I'm most familiar with, honestly, because it's like, he was the bad guy
See
in
you around,
RoboCop, he
stranger.
was in, he was a bad guy in Quick Change. Not a very big character, I'd say. Then he was also in the Dead Poets Society, so it's like, oh, I know he's
That's
a pretty
my-
big actor, but it's just
well,
interesting for me, because...
Emma's friend, really. Marcus.
I mean,
He's a
you know,
Baba student
I've just
as
seen him
well.
most in that 70s show. So I'm most used to him being Red Foreman. Give me cash, Stanley.
What you doing here? You ain't working this afternoon, are you? I don't want my employees work 24 hours a day. Go, get sleep.
But I'm just...
Damn, woman, do I have to babysit you?
It's
Yes.
nice to see you too,
Goo Goo
Stan.
Gaga.
No, I'm not working today. I just came by to...
Oh, don't ever say those two words when I'm around. I don't think my ulcer can take it.
You? And nice?
That's funny. No, working and not. Don't use those two words in the same sentence. Damn, I get creeps even when I say them.
You got the creeps, you got the jeeps, you got the bleeps.
I'd like to get paid.
Damn, woman, don't you know I got a migraine already? Paid? God damn it. Why'd they have to make that word sound so obscene? Listen, why don't you leave old Stan alone, huh? They make me feel a whole hell of a lot better. Choo, choo, be good, little
Because I
girl.
need cash. I need money. It's what makes the world go round,
I'd
unfortunately.
still like to get paid, though.
Mighty mana, woman. You really know how to rub it in. God damn it. Yeah, all right. You got your timesheet?
No, I don't.
No? So you just want me to pay you based on the hours you claim you've worked?
Yes.
You really do know how to make me laugh. Why don't I just give you the code in my Unicard so you can withdraw your salary yourself? No
They are
timesheet?
naughty words, that's absolutely
No
true.
one.
How you doing, Hams?
Sorry.
I did kind of forget that I needed to grab the timesheet. That's on me. Okay.
Big surprise.
Jukebox.
I'm still here.
Talk to Charlie real quickly. He's missing a couple pixels in pretty key places, actually. Like his chest. Charlie!
Hi,
There we go.
Charlie.
April, nice to see you, girl.
You ain't even looking at me. You're looking the other direction.
But you'd already left. Early bird catches the worm.
No, early bird finishes the damn painting on time. Have you seen Cortez around?
As a matter of fact, I have. And he was asking for you.
You're missing an arm too, Charlie. Or at least part of an arm.
Do you have any idea where kids would be able to, visualize their dreams?
Nice!
Maybe
I'm looking forward to seeing that, Humps.
I don't think that's it, Charlie.
Then I don't know.
Do you know where he was going?
No, but he seemed interested in that poster next to the jukebox. They put it up earlier today.
Oh yeah, forgot about that part.
What poster did you say he was...
The one right now.
He asked about me?
Yeah, where you were. He had a message for you. I told him to give it to Emma, that she would be more likely to bump into you.
I got it, but I have no idea what it means.
Cortez can be a little strange.
Yeah, but he's a cool dude.
Thanks.
I like Cortez.
Anytime, April.
Why was the cafe closed earlier?
Actually, I'm curious about that.
You know, some problem with the pipes. Stan, he gets real worked up. He is seriously pissed, girl. Keeps yelling at the plumber to fix it, or Stan will fix him. And the poor man is trying to work, but Stan doesn't quit. The plumber finds the problem eventually, but not until he's waist-high in canal water down in the basement.
Ooh, gross. There were problems with the plumbing back at the house, too. No hot water.
I noticed. Girl, that was one cold shower. There are always problems with the pipes here in Venice. They're too old.
At least it's not Flint, Michigan. That's fair, Holmes.
You doing anything special tonight?
Working. I should really be at rehearsal, but I need the money. I'm going home for a week before school starts in September.
Right, you told me. Well, that's great. It's been years since your last trip home, right?
Yeah, right. You remember well, girl. 4 years. My father and I, well, we haven't been on good terms since I left.
I know how that feels.
Isn't it such a cliche, though? I don't look forward to seeing him again, but it will be nice to be back with the rest of the family.
I disagree with my dad, but I do always like seeing him. I'm glad that I can always have that relationship with him. My mom, too.
I have to get going, Charlie.
Take care, all right? Remember, you're supposed to get paid today.
I love my dad very much, honestly.
Stan's not gonna remember unless you tell him about it.
Roma Gallery presents Growing Pains. Exhibition by and for kids and teenagers. Could this be what Cortez was talking about? Where kids visualize their dreams? I think this may be it. But where's the Roma Gallery located? I never say no to a complimentary ticket. It's a poster ad for an exhibition called Growing Pains at the Roma Gallery.
Omelette. Omelette de mieux fromage.
It's the address. The gallery is located near the Watertown Bridge. It's all the way over in West Venice, if I remember correctly. I'm gonna have to catch the Metro Line subway to get there.
That's fair. Yeah, I do have some pretty fierce disagreements with my dad, too, but we also get along well enough. My dad, on the other hand, probably does bring up more of the stuff that we disagree with because he is agnostic, as I know I've said before. And he is not really that outspoken about it, but he definitely thinks he knows best when it comes to religion, and he is very misinformed on a lot of things. And he says he doesn't only get his news sources from CNN, and that is a lie. That is at least 90% of his news sources. And it's like, oh, please stop turning on CNN. CNN is not a good news source, Padre. Love him. Love him to pieces, but my guess is it's just, you know, old people, the older generation, not old people, be used to back when CNN was good, and they have not been good for probably at least 15 years, if not a little bit longer. This is what I forgot last time. Forgot the book.
Dear Diary, note to self. Dreams of talking trees and dragons aside, it's still no excuse for talking to inanimate matter in the real world.
So quit it.
My
But it's funny.
on again, off again diary. We've had a turbulent relationship, her and I.
There we go.
Hey, it's my timesheet from the cafe. I completely forgot I put it in here. Good thing I found it, because I'm broke.
And I forgot to grab it earlier.
Diary intermittently since I was 5 years old. Not the same one, of course. I started this one, I think, April of this year.
April Ryan started her diary in April this year. Interesting. Oh, hey! There's the diary, too. So it's like, we can go ahead and read through all the stuff here. We'll do this next time, because we got 10 minutes about... But it does go ahead and fill out as you're going. And I was thinking to myself that that should be updating, and it is. I just forgot how to. I can understand that. I don't think my dad was, to my understanding. My dad just likes to respect other people, which that's good, don't get me wrong. He just doesn't happen to come to the full understanding where he needs to, as odd as that sounds. Maybe I need to try eat it first?
It's a loaf of freshly baked bread from the cafe. I'm not particularly hungry. I'm not particularly hungry.
Maybe I'm here too early for this part of the puzzle. Oh, nope, never mind. Thank you, Ducky.
Clank? I still haven't figured
Clank,
out what
clank,
runs
clank
through the
with the
canals in Venice, but
trolley.
I'm sure it can't be water.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that this was for two things, not just one.
It's a plastic
the clothesline as well.
clothesline.
Not yet. Not that part yet. But we're getting closer to finishing off the rubber ducky problem, which, as I said, I have only really been in this game once, but I have that puzzle in my head because of how annoying it is. It lives here rent-free, which might be a problem, honestly. It's like, ah, yes, this one puzzle in one of your favorite games. You know how to do it because of how rent-free it lives. It's like,
I know that duck. Bon voyage, ducky!
But we need that duck. Good thing that duck is going the way we need it to go, though. Admittedly, this is only half of the rubber ducky problem. We still got another half, but that's not going to be until next stream, because it's... Well, we might get to it this time, but we'll see. I think I am missing a band-aid, if I'm remembering correctly. Or the band-aid might be on there. Nope, the band-aid is in fact on there.
It's a band-aid. How did that get there? Last I remember, the seagull had pecked a hole in the duck. Weird.
Okay, so it doesn't make you get the band-aid, which I appreciate.
It's a band-aid.
Rubber ducky, please.
The ducky's keeping the clamp open. The clamp's open.
Oh yeah, I think we gotta take the ducky off. Because that's right, I'm forgetting the other part of that puzzle. Okay, we got it now. We're good. Because that part of the puzzle is very, you gotta go fast.
It's a list of the hours I worked this past week at the cafe.
The game's font is a bit weird, isn't it? I agree with that entirely.
Don't say that word too loud, sweetheart. Killing me. What is this? Huh? No, 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 no. Did I sign this? What I thinking?
So?
This It doesn't look like it's been foraged. Thanks.
Thanks? Where's my money?
Oh, you ain't getting
Where's
it
my
now.
cash?
Next week, honey. I write down this amount in my ledger. Don't you worry your head from it.
No, I can't need the cash now. I love point and click games, honestly. But yeah, I have not played nearly enough of them also. Dude.
I need the money now,
Skeletons, dude.
Yeah,
I can understand that, honestly.
Money now. That ain't gonna happen. Next week.
No, I need enough money for the subway.
Forget that. I quit.
You're quitting? You can't quit. You work for me. Nobody quits this job, honey.
Well, I
can
did.
Quit, and I'm quitting. I quit.
Damn, woman, you know how hard it is to fight.
I don't think
to take a crappy job
Daytona.
Like this.
Just as
I can
much
understand
as
that.
you need the money?
All right, Jesus, I give you your damn money. What was it, $50?
$375, Stanley, cash.
Oh, sure, cash. 300. Are you sure? I pay you guys way too much.
Man, I guess they never thought about inflation for this game, because it would not be this amount. I'm going to guarantee you that.
Thank you, Stanley.
Fine, sure, whatever. Hey, just, I mean it. You free tonight? Wanna pull a shift? Sandra, she out sick and I need a replacement pronto. How about it?
Yeah, I need the money.
Great, hon.
Show me the
See
money.
you later. Don't forget.
I will not forget, don't worry.
Big surprise. I'm
I will
still
do one.
here.
Yeah. We'll do one more thing. I want to get the duck puzzle solved. And then we will go ahead and... Yeah, I was gonna say, he's not making a Daytona Beach reference, Hobbs, in this case. Daytona, the racing game. Yeah, let me solve this puzzle. I'll get swapped over to Mario Kart. That'll do that. Yep, to the subway. Okay.
Newport Transit System. It's not one system anymore, though. All the different lines are owned by different companies. This is the Metro line, and I believe it's run by Bocamba Mercer. East Venice. There are, I think, 3 subway stops in Venice, including this one.
No, I don't think he was being rude about it. I think you're fine, Punch.
The gates scan everybody who goes in and out of the station and compares their genetic signature with the database. If you haven't paid your fare, the alarm goes off and the cops show up. Uh-oh. I have to get scanned. Jumping gates in the Newport subway is a corporate offense liable to get me 5 years behind bars. If I'm lucky. The
Yeah,
gates
I'm just trying
scan
to...
everybody who goes in.
There we go.
I'll get a weekly pass, just in case.
Future. I miss arcades too, honestly.
$15 subtracted from cash card. You are now free to travel on all Metro Line subways.
All we really have now is
exactly 1 week.
barcades, which admittedly I should take you to sometime, Punch.
Remember,
Because, you know,
genetic
booze and
forgery
arcade.
is a federal crime. Keep your genes clean. Have a nice
Unless you
day.
guys have one up there, then I'll come up to you guys.
There's a high voltage cable laying parallel with the rail, and something's gotten stuck between them. Looks like a large iron key. I'd have to get down there to reach it with my hands,
Okay.
but with that frayed high voltage cable... I didn't brush
I will
my
see if
teeth
there's
this
any
morning
near
just
me
so
that
I could
do.
be fried bacon with a pretty smile. I'll have to find some other way to get the key. Looks like a large iron key. When I was a wee lass, I tried fishing a couple of times in the pond behind my house, but I never caught anything. I hope my luck's improved.
It runs out at the exact right moment. I mean, I don't know if I would say it's boring, but I find it fun to watch that kind of stuff. I think so.
It's a large iron key.
Come back. Come back.
I like my outfit. It's inexpensive, but cool.
Yeah, let me get on the train, and then I'll go ahead and save, just so we can get out of the train depot. That's a large
The
person.
screen really is ubiquitous. There's no escape anywhere.
Surge. That is a project of... I haven't seen a Surge Soda in a while. I know that they brought them back, and now I haven't seen them again. Yeah, man. Beat that drum, boy. Go ahead and save. I want to quit the game. All right. Hold on. Where'd my mouse go? Where needs mouse? That is one of the problems with this is now I need to find my mouse. Oh, no. So you guys can see that from your screen. Fascinating. Hold on. So the weird thing is, I actually cannot see the, are you sure you want to quit this game at the moment? But apparently you guys can, so I can go ahead and quit it quite easily, actually, by just looking over at OBS. And, okay, that solves that. Give me 1 second. I'm going to swap over to get up for Mario Kart. I'm going to grab myself some beers. And we'll swap over. Let me get everything changed, though, here real quickly.